Hi class, in lesson 2.2 we will investigate multiples and least common multiples. Learning targets for today, we will determine the least common multiple of two numbers. If you look at our key terms, common multiple and least common multiple, abbreviated LCM. Let's take a look at problem 1 on page 62, times tables. Many things in life repeat over and over again in a regular cycle. A news radio station in Atlanta broadcasts a weather report every 12 minutes. A ferry crosses Lake Champlain from Vermont to New York every 36 minutes. And Big Ben in London, England chimes every 15 minutes. Determine when each event will repeat using multiples. Answer questions 1 through 3 with your group members. For question number 1, the station will broadcast another weather report in 12, 24, and 36 minutes. For number 2, the next ferry will depart in 36, 72, and then in 108 minutes. And for number 3, the clock will chime again in 15, 30, and again in 45 minutes. You can determine when 2 or more of these events will occur at the same time using common multiples. A common multiple is a number that is a multiple of 2 or more numbers. Number 4 tells us at 8 a.m. the radio station broadcasted a weather report at the same time that Big Ben chimed. Answer letter A and letter B with your group members. The multiples for the radio station broadcast are 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, and so on. The multiples for Big Ben chiming, the multiples of 15 are 15, 30, 45, and 60. So the radio station will broadcast a weather report and Big Ben will chime at the same time in 60 minutes. If we look at letter B, the list of multiples of 60 will give you the times when the radio station will broadcast a weather report and Big Ben will chime at the same time. At the top of page 63, the least common multiple, abbreviated as LCM, is the smallest multiple other than 0 that 2 or more numbers have in common. Answer number 5 with your group members. You can determine when these 2 events will take place by calculating the least common multiple. Instead of listing all of the multiples of 2 or 3 different numbers, a more efficient method to determine the least common multiple of 2 or more numbers is to use prime factors. Let's consider using prime factorization to determine the LCM of 36 and 15. Let's take a look at the example below. To calculate the LCM of 36 and 15, first write the prime factors of each and identify the unique prime factors. We can see them identified here. The unique prime factors for 36 and 15 are 2, 3, and 5. Next then we want to determine the greatest power of each prime factor. You can see those greatest powers highlighted in blue. Finally then we want to multiply those factors together. When we do that, we can see that the LCM of 36 and 15 is 180, much more efficient than listing all of the multiples of 36 and 15. Let's skip down to the bottom of page 64, answer number 10, letter A and letter B with your group members. In number 10, for letter A, remember first we want to determine the unique factors of the number 6 and the number 8. We want to write out those unique prime factors. So for 6 it's 2 times 3, and for 8 it is 2 cubed. Then next we want to determine the greatest power of each factor. 2 cubed times 3 then is what we would multiply together in order to get 24 for our product. So then for letter B, Lewis is going to have both club meetings on the same day every 24 school days. Turn to page 65 and let's take a look at number 11. Answer letters A through D with your group members. For number 11, letter A, first I need to determine the unique prime factors for 6 and 10. For 6, I would have 2 times 3, and for 10, I would have 2 times 5. Then I am going to determine what the greatest power is for each of those prime factors. So I'm multiplying 2 times 3 times 5 together in order to get 30. So pizza and salad will be served together, again, 30 school days from today. You are determining the least common multiple of 6 and 10. For letter B then, you would know to mark your calendar for every 30 school days because 30 is the LCM of 6 and 10. For letter C, Kevin will be able to eat chicken tenders and salad in 40 school days because 40 is the LCM of 8 and 10. Again, I have the unique prime factors identified. I look at the greater powers of the unique factors, of the unique prime factors. When I multiply them together, I get 40 for my answer. That is the LCM. For letter D, the LCM of 6, 8, and 10 is 120. So those 3 foods will be served together again every 120 school days. Here are my list of unique factors. Here are the factors then listed with the greatest powers. When I multiply them together, I get my LCM of 120. Let's turn to the top of page 66 and look at number 12. I would like you to answer letter A and letter B with your group members. If you look first at letter A, all 3 classes will occur on the same day in 12 school days because 12 is the LCM of 3, 4, and 6. Just like in the previous problems, I'm listing the unique prime factors of each number. I'm looking at the greatest power for each of those prime factors, and my product then is the LCM. For letter B, the answer would be no because the 3 classes cannot occur together 30 school days from today because 30 is not a common multiple of 3, 4, and 6. Take a look at the top of page 67. I would like you to do number 13, A through D, for homework tonight. That is going to be it for lesson 2.2 on investigating multiples and least common multiples. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.